Welcome to the new episode of Assyria, in which the first question that I would have to ask myself is, what the hell am I doing? Not politically, myself, Emperor Joseph the Just. Why haven't I treated myself for consumption? Am I suicidal or something? Do I want to die prematurely so that this boy genius can continue to you know what I mean? And he is betrothed to the Russian princess of Lesivoniya. But I think there is a good possibility, despite the fact that we can't help them due to political concerns as well as the other stuff that they got into, that we may soon perhaps break that betrothal. Yeah, I'm really considering the break of betrothal, and plus I have an idea for Isaac. I've noticed that some characters who are polymaths, right? So, search all, type polymath. Whoop. Yeah, most of them are of Indian cultures, even one that's Breton. Most of them are graduates to the Imperial Academy of the Chinese, but heck, even that one, the House Aaron, that Anatolian dynasty that I referred to, yeah, it's like born Greek, but culturally changed to Telugu due to the person running that university in China. Yeah, polymath, philosophy, this and that, and calligrapher. And then I thought to myself, hey, what if we make my son change his culture from Assyrian, as if we can never get those benefits? We could try to change him to an Arabic culture like Levantine. So this may be a stupid idea because they'll have a negative opinion of heirs being educated by a foreign culture or something. So, the question is, any Levantines around? Boom, there's one. Even though it doesn't say may become Levantine, but hey, it's an effort, alright? And if not, then, oh well, send him to the Chinese Academy anyhow. It's like, yeah, you already got this, but we're changing the heritage, and maybe he might become Levantine. As I said, it's a stupid idea, as these vassals already are mad at me. Heir educated with foreign culture. I'm doing something for this boy genius. It's about time he starts learning Arabic, the language of knowledge, much like Greek. And then when he grows up to be a Levantine and adult, we'll send him to the Chinese Imperial Academy, assuming if I live long enough for this, because I really gotta get myself treated. But first, anoint me with the holy oil. I mean, it's, again, 1% chance. You may never know if you hear it remove something, as if some sort of miracle. And plus, since I've had this for a long time, and Lord knows how much it reduced my health, but I'm going to need to take an extreme treatment. Extreme experimental treatment. Where I'll be like, look, just do it. Just take one of my limbs, alright? I'll accept. But if you somehow botch and you kill me, well, I guess my boy can't, go to the academy, and he could still be tutored by a philosophical tutor, knowing that he's going to be one for knowledge one day. Now, on the political spectrum, our tributary state, the satrapy, is at war against the Daylamian revolt. I guess that's how you say that nationality. In which it's been an ongoing revolt for them to increase council power. So now we're about to interfere on their affairs. Even though I've once feared that Daylam may become a great power that would rival Anatolia one day. A new power in the Caucasus, but No, we're going to help the Zoroastrians retake those lands that they've lost, so we're helping them for once. And meanwhile, Egypt is still at war with the Africans for that African Great Holy War. Which, how long has this been ongoing for the wars? Start date. It's been going on for 11 years. Yes, it's been going on for 11 years, and I think very soon they're going to have to call for white peace, knowing that it's a stalemate. But the Afghans are winning here. Nobody's going to be calling us a surrender here. And this one, longest running war. Between, you know, this and Burgundy. 14 years. Just call it quits, man. That's all I got to say. But anyways. 424 living descendants of this bloodline, which was started by him. And look at this huge list of descendants that covers most of the Indian cultures. Matter of fact, all the cultures: Bengali, Hindustani, Kannada, Marathi, which is their main culture, Oriya, Rajput, Telugu, yeah, all except Punjab and Sinhala, I think. I think they've been untouched. Ooh, look at that. You made a tributary state of those down south. The Tamils remain untouched. Not even a Gujarati people. Also, I just noticed that that our old former enemy is now a nomad tributary to this cognate, this 10-grade cognate that also vassalized Sogdiana, our old friends. In which, honestly, I would love to help them one day. They will sign a non-aggression pact, okay, so we can keep in touch. Oh boy. That would mean it's like, don't worry, Isaac is the heir. But soon we're about to have someone else second in line. And that could be troublesome. And one would think, should I remarry and have another child? One would think yes, but unfortunately there's only 2 women in this realm I could marry. One Assyrian, one Kurdish. Yeah, both of you are just, whatever to me. I'll just go with this one. Already have 2 children of your own. Who was the daddy? Old bastard of a blind man. One would think his seduction probably got him in trouble and he was blinded for it. One would think that. And one last thing before we finally get this show rolling. There's a holy war. Bulgaria started. Although they're winning a bit, but they don't have much troops and they're fighting against nomads and many other cognates and clans and a few Slavic tribes. We should definitely intervene. Matter of fact, we're going to be fighting 2 different wars. The main levies will support the Zoroastrian offensive, and those guys will be setting sail to Bulgaria. Or Crimea. Yeah, there's room for Crimea. That would be the main front. So yes, if we can't help Galicia or Voinia, we can definitely help Bulgaria. Our only other Nestorian friend. Actually, no, not the only one. Don't forget the Duchy of Tau. Georgian Nestorians. Which is the suzerain of Action. Yeah. Heck, and maybe I'll make a tributary state out of you too. You know, reclaim Georgia. So just to get ahead before Bulgaria says, yes, all help is appreciated. Yep, raise these ships. Sure, it's going to take a few trips. And also we will send more backup for Bulgaria by recruiting the honor guard from the fortified garden of Baghdad. Off you go. Yep, the Babylonian guard. And for God's sakes, get a treatment. Oh, yeah, I already did that. Yeah, I'm just getting ahead of myself. And finally, rally up in Nineveh and get those raiders out of my land. The last few episodes has been a down period in Syria. Finally, oh yes. Thank you, Wankawe. Wankawe. Odd Sogdian name. He's also vice. Alright, court physician. You may be a master schemer, but you're a nice person. Not to mention, Islamic jurist. You were tutored, and you are also a tutor. And member of the community of St. Basil. As I said, you're doing good work for the Lord, even though you were once a master schemer in your life, so... Come on, Mokli. Let's try something new. I insist. I want this consumption get rid of. The powder was a yellow and had a delicious scent. I was distraught to say, Mokli, mix it with brimstone and sprinkle it over the still tepid gallbladder of a beaver. The owl's been found rampant, crawling from the mouth, exhibiting clear signs of the illness. We fight evil with evil, master. I feel amazing! Told you. Yes, you were once a master schemer in your life, but ultimately you're good. And also get a little more money off it. And Bulgaria, obviously, says yes, as we will intervene on this war, but it'll be a small-scale intervention, as our levies will be largely focused on... Oh my goodness! May want to reconsider deploying to Crimea for our boys here. Still on their way. And we will help the Sogdians whenever they need it. Which will probably send a retinue there too, and not the whole levies. Because you don't want to, you know, a thing that happened just like with Ezekiel, right? Well, we can reduce it to 4,000. Deploy to Belgorod. Don't go to Crimea yet. Remember, first combat over there. Remember, it takes a month to sail from the Levantine State to the coast of Taurida. I'm trying to remember the names. Just hope this consumption goes away, even though they said there is no cure for tuberculosis. You can treat it, but other than that, you know. Okay, they've arrived. By the way, do you like me well enough? Oh, good. You like me for many reasons, despite our religious differences. At least I appreciate your modesty. Now, yeah, as I said before, don't go to Crimea. There's a lot of these guys. Well, Well, since they occupied all these areas, and the Bulgarians are... Oh my goodness, they're losing already. Oh, this thing may be over before it even started, so... Okay, suicide mission, boys. Retake those areas. And we'll try to get the rest over here. Just to ensure that they don't lose all the holdings for the Bulgarians. Well, I didn't know there were that many out there. Now, go get the rest. Oh yeah, I remember you. He was an ardent defender. He had 4 leadership traits. Now that man was a great holy warrior. And I believe he was a member of the Order of St. Darya. So yeah, good on you. Just like my mother. Yeah, I think we ought to start moving now. Even though there is no room for all of us, but we'll start distributing. Meanwhile, hold on to your dear life. All the Bulgarians are in combat right now. Once they're defeated, it's over. Assault the holdings right now. We've got to keep that war score away from certain victory against these nomads. Just don't worry. There's hardly anybody defending these places. Yeah, try to fight these guys, you know. Don't make the Bulgarians surrender. Okay, they've lost that one, but don't you worry. We'll try to help them while they can, even though they lost their entire army now. They're all dead. Alright, think. Yeah, whole levy's gone. This may be a stupid idea in the... I was about to say, there's no river crossings that stands between... By the way, who is your enemy? Who are you up against exactly? Those guys in green. For Cherson. Not the County of Crimea. Theodosia, that's what Bulgaria wants. Theodosia is the main objective. And we're about to bring the entire Cognate tribal armies over here. In what seemed to be suicidal for them. There, now we can see. They've turned around. For God's sake, sail faster. It's going to take a month to get there. And the battle would be ongoing by that time. Well, meanwhile, my sickly self is about to be engaged against the enemy up in the mountains, just to help out our some Zoroastrian client. Vedos here. Build a fort. You've got to hold that fort down at all cost. You need money? Because we may give you financial aid for this. Give you 1,000. Okay, that's enough. And can we ransom this man? No. No interest, he says. Send a spy master. We got to know their movement. Where are they? We know they're out there. But they called for more allies, I think. Knowing that this war may escalate, this apparently Assyrian version of the Bulgarian Assyrian version of the Crimean War. If anybody knows that history. And soon, those amount of troops that we're sending might also be... Again, it's them charging. It's not us charging. It's not going to be like the charge of the Light Brigade. Got to keep notes. Oh, they're coming. And they're barely crossing the Bosphorus. When are you arriving? 28. For God's sakes, land in Theodosia. Bring the best commanders up. Oh, we got some good ones. Obviously you should be... You are direct leader, okay. Not Chen, he's on this flank, that's fine. Oh. Yeah, we're putting these guys up. These are the best commanders that we will send. And when are you guys arriving? Just assume they will be here in about a week. No, it says it. Movement locked on November the 2nd for this army. So yeah, it'll be here in about more than a week. And since you guys are cavalry, well, Shalupa will be there. He's a knight leader. And he can come too. Again, it's not just the cavalry retinue, but it's the rest of the Assyrian warriors retinue, as well as the Babylonian honor guard from the garden, which I call them that by nationality, but most of their morale isn't going to be all the way up. Guys, we'll take the long way around this way. Hostile country comes through, so we're gonna have to trim it. I try to breathe deeply, but catching my breath in the freezing weather is difficult. Look, it's the Emperor himself, someone shouts. I turn and only found myself overrun by a dozen of Georgi's pompous soldiers. Oh man, if I duel him now, this is a good chance that I may hurt him or he's going to hurt me, and with a combination of being severely injured or worse, in addition of being consumption. Well, Isaac, you may want to get ready to be Emperor. Meanwhile, quite possibly the most hectic battle is about to take place on November 6th. By that time, they will arrive. Those reinforcements are just the best ones that we've got. And they haven't hired mercenaries yet. Do I want to give away this axe or should I fight? Look, if I wanted to go out with dignity, let's do it. As I try to injure him, Levantine manages to swing his spear in a perfect half circle, causing me to fall backwards with a surprised huff. Dizzy, I collapse into the dirt. That ogre of a man won this one. Okay, we both got wounded. But he won that one. Although he's a fellow Nestorian, but we can impress him nonetheless. Tell you what, after this war, can we hire you? Well, invite you to the court because he looks like it could be one of the good ones. So, again, brilliant strategist, ups to health, theology, and successful experimental treatment. Wounded and consumption. I think I'll live. I'll manage. Well, meanwhile, we got a hellacious battle about to start, and I haven't got there yet. This is going to be a long one. And we've sent best of our commanders, all old men. Well, yeah, they're all old. These grizzled veterans should know what they're going to do and what they're about to be up against. But those mercenaries, probably. Movement's locked, so once they land, they're about to be the brunt of it, and this may be a close one. We know the result. Just turned off Theodosia. Obviously we won that one. They've arrived. Support the Zoroastrians, the Persians. As we try to go up there, even though winter's going to be coming soon, so you might want to trim it a bit more. Are you coming? Because we're about to get killed over here. I'm gonna take a drink. Losing ground. There's being overrun here. Nope, we don't got it. We don't got it. I've recently found myself thinking about Levantine and how he bested me on the battlefield. I finally sent a letter to point out the professional respect I bear for him. Even though we were enemies, the man's been kind enough to respond in a gleeful tone. Hey, we both got hurt, and you got the better. There's no shame in acknowledging a worthy opponent. Battle's lost. Oh, that's a terrible loss. But then again, not everybody was ready. We didn't think they would come this soon. But by golly, they did. Now they're going all the heck way over there. Which is basically our way of saying we're abandoning this Crimean campaign. Bulgaria lost again. Very well. I'll take that as a maybe on Narian, but just wait till I recover from both the consumption and the wound. There's not enough of us. Get up there. Yeah, Tavi has been imprisoned, you know, during that Battle of Crimea. So the king took offense in the court champion. Oh, wait a minute, I got it mixed up because there was another Tavi. That's our court champion Tavi. Damn this winter. There's plains over there, so head to there instead. Platonism spreads into this area. Yeah, war's lost. We should have joined sooner, have we known about it. That's what we get for not having this alliance. Oak skin. Oh, he's passed. Died a natural death. The Emperor Chongsong of the Qin Empire is most sorry to hear about the death of Agadid Abada, your military strategist, and offers you the most sincere condolences. He will be missed. Oh, severely injured. Lost his hand during that battle up there. And I'm sorry for you. As I said, we did what we could, but we tried our best, but we couldn't be there sooner enough to get a full recovery. Now the Bulgarians about to lose it. While we'll focus on helping out our tributary state here. Yeah, that'll definitely hurt the moral authority of the Nestorian faith more. If only we had intervened sooner. Yep. Plus, that's their third one. But don't you worry, just wait until the fourth one, and then we will most definitely be there for you. Well, unfortunately, Gus and Vornia who refuse our help because of political concerns. Hopefully I'll recover from either of those two. And have you started speaking Levantine yet? Oh, that's gonna cost a lot to fix the gold mine in Urbu. Some piety. Alright, my wound is healed. I guess I'll live a few more years. Alright, let's all go home now. Well, you win one and you lose one, right? So it's basically safe to say Persia will return. And they still haven't called off their war. Now it's the other way around. Now Egypt's got the better of it. It's just gone a crazy cannibal. Well, all I can say is, even though they call you the blessed, if you're going to be eating someone, eat some of your dead enemies, alright? Want to build a great work? Oh, I might send you money. In addition, mercenaries, whenever you're done, your reward will be more money, and hopefully you'll build something on your capital. I'm surprised that other tributary state, Crete, hasn't called for help. But don't worry, the Egyptians are keeping them at bay. Had they expanded, then Crete would be in trouble. And I even thought about expanding into Cairo, but Kingdom of Egypt, they may take it all, de jure. When is time for my next trip? Next year. Right, we gotta split off the retinues again so you know who's who. Gee, this is what was left of the honor guard. Man, I feel terrible for them. And yet they can refill you for another. Again, these are for the heavy infantry retinue. You're gonna split off from them. There you go. Just distinguish from one to another. Get back to your post. In case if Bulgaria gets into another trouble again. To wonder how these Slavic pagans of Glitch and Voynia split off for them so they can become Catholic. One would think that was a deliberate plan on their part. We'll be there for you, whatever you need. You got all the money in the world. Why don't you create yourself a great work? Speaking of great works, we already have a gargoyle, which I can intimidate enemies now. Relic tomb. Hey, place for storing artifacts. That we can use because, you know, we got a couple of bones here. Yep, I'm an old man now. It's just an attempt to try to change his culture. So let's just be inactive for a while and wait for that money to go up. Is that all on the retinue? My goodness. As I said, I feel terrible. Since we're not gonna, we don't expect Bulgaria to fight anymore, move yourselves to Kurdistan in case if Sogdiana, are you became independent. You freed yourselves. What happened? Apparently they just decided to let them go, alright? Vankawe, you did it. And you've got your own daughter. Yeah, the Sogdian, which now she lives over there. brother killed by a fellow Levantine. That reminds me. That guy. Oh, no. Hostilities ain't over yet. I don't think we could kill him. Is he still around? Forgot the guy's name. Even Martin, yeah. Can we, can't invite you to court because he's a commander and at war. Well, remember his name. Well, now that Sogdiana is independent, but now they got their big giant neighbor, which I don't think they'll do any harm, because they don't do holy wars. They can expand, they can fight, but they don't do holy wars. And Walkaway has a couple of vassals of their own, all Buddhists. May not have a strong military, but it's too bad you gave away all your good counties to your people. And yet you hold the one that's not so developed. He's a member of the Sandpit. Okay. Hopefully he'll do well. Has a daughter that's born ugly. Fortunate of him. When Sogdiana calls for help, they will be there. So forget about overseas intervention right now. I mean, I'd love to return to Sogdiana one day, knowing that we should be better supplied these days. And also, remember, I gotta break that patrol if I want him to be sent to the academy. A new school of thought. Raja Dunodu, the second, the Chaste, has been talk of all cultured men recently. It appears they founded a philosophical school to rival the ancients. Their thoughts on art, literature, and the government of man are truly remarkable. This Olympian philosophy will go far. Yeah, this man, the Raja of Ganya Kubija. So he's from over there in northern India, not far from Delhi. So he's founded this. It's like, yeah, from the Chinese Imperial Academy he was graduated, and he's become a founder of his own philosophical school, which focuses on diplomacy. The Olympian, he calls himself. Well, remember, he's a Jain, but he's also a Dingabar Jain, which makes his lifestyle more healthier, despite the fact that he suffers from the gout. But truly a great day. More philosophies that Assyria one day can pick up and learn from. Well, time to rub oil on me again. Holy oil, that is. Oh, man. Now, jeez. Mowgli, you've been good to me. You should also be the legal tutor. You should be a philosophical tutor as well, since you are teaching my son things, as of yet. Knowing that there's going to be a regency in case if I die, so, no country for old men. Somebody who has even skills, even martial, even stewardship. The Duchess of Sinai, Safia, whose house is Muzaka, which, yes, it's that same house that was once Serbian. But they were exiled and made a living in near Alexandria area, and they become Egyptians. But now the Sinai is going to be owned by them. but she's got plenty of years ahead of her, so. As I said, in case if I die, let her rule the country. Ah, time for my treatment. Hopefully something that can get rid of consumption. Just give me a couple more years and then see Isaac to adulthood and send him to the academy. But if I die, then... well, then when he grows up, then he's gonna have to be taught by some tutor. Try something new again. Maybe a drink of coffee before strapping me down on his operating table. I almost dozed off while he prepared his instruments. But when he raised the scalpel towards my eye, I felt wide awake. I'm sorry, my lord, but we must remove the root of the problem. The treatment was successful, but I paid a heavy price. I lost an eye, which is no good for combat skill, good to some pagans, and women are going to be at odds with a man who is now missing an eye. He doesn't want to wear an eye patch. He wants to have it look like that. Because, you know, he's the man. And a theologian. He wants to see things through. He was a natural philosopher. See, that's another thing. If Isaac were to go to Imperial Academy as a Levantine, maybe he could be a natural philosopher. Yeah, natural philosophers like Pythagoras. It's a wonder how I keep talking myself into excitement for such things. Yeah, Ezekiel once wrote a good book about the Aristotelian philosophy. Now it's my turn. Wait a minute, spices plantation? Since when do we have that? Ever since we revoked and took those counties? Oh yeah, in Hasaka there's an Ivory Hunter's Lodge. There's a spices plantation there. Yeah, all good money. But not so much on the butchery fishery in Sinjar. Oh yeah, don't worry, our economy is going up. And thank you for the money. Build up more on these mercenary garrisons. Oh, these continuous wars going at one another ruined that trade post. Where else? Where else? Alright, now how about the domain? Oh boy. So much to build. Build up on the stables. And that too. We gotta have more cavalry these days. If we want to remain a strong empire without a leader who's educated in the martial, I think it's about time we start having a line of emperors and empresses to not always have the martial and look for other fields. I mean, we're strong enough of an empire as it is. Not over yet, obviously. Oh, nope, now it's shifted the other way around. It's just this back and forth fighting, which I'm sure they'll call for a white peace eventually. Hey. You'll definitely do. Again, sit there, remain at your post in case Sogdiana calls for aid. They may not have the troops to defend themselves very well, but we'll be there. Whether the Zoroastrians will attack, or will the nomads attack, or even the highly unlikely, well, these guys that they're bordered with. So they're bordered with Jayans and the Levantine pagans. Seclude myself in prayer and meditation. Once I get better from my severe injury, then I got plenty of good years in it. I guess I will keep the theology focus on. I resolve to be a better man, which I already am. Hope you pick up ambitious. By the way, when is your birthday? I forgot. June 23rd. Whereas I was born on the 23rd of November. Rumor has it that my son Isaac's been influenced by his guardian splinter. It is said that Isaac is now considered properly Levantine. I hope it's a beneficial influence. Good job, my boy. Yes, it sounds odd. I mean, we don't want to have, also, by the way, break the patrol. I have no use for Galicia Voynea. They've shot themselves in the foot too many times. Now when you're going to be single, restricted marriage. So that way, no one can offer you nothing. At least for now. The only thing we could do now is to wait until it grows up fully. And I even thought about a possible war with Anatolia to take at least one of those counties. That can only happen if I'm once better from my severe injury after losing an eye. Finally, after several months, I finished my book. It is being widely praised by scholars as an inspired work of literature. Wrote an interesting commentary on Aristotle. It'll last for 10 years. No need to compose for another book. Ezekiel's already done that. Yeah, Granddaddy Saint Ezekiel. He's about to be 11. How you doing over there? Oh, here we go again. Oh, wait a minute, that's Germanic. Oh, you got this in the bag. He won it after a peasant revolt in Odessa. And now, he's going to take that area. No interference. As I've said before, he's got this in the bag. Not to mention Bulgaria is strong again and ready to fight. Just let us know and we will help you out on it, as he's won the war. He took the county. A really troubled county, since it was fresh off of a peasant revolt there. Only known Germanic county there. At least he still holds there. Back to square one. I was about to say, did that Duchy of Tau expand it to there? And you're both Nestorians. I mean, I can imagine you and Bulgaria working together. Some form of cooperation can happen. So yeah, you were able to defeat that high chieftain, which they were Slavic. You know, I am considering a possible future Tributary State war that we can help the Georgians out on expanding their realm. I doubt that they even have the power to take back, you know, all these kingdoms. Unless he has the money to usurp at least one of them. So he's employed himself a scholar bureaucrat. Sogdiana is doing alright. Oh, just wondering. It's about to be done. The relic tomb is finished, so I could store a relic. Store a relic in one of the great works. I could store a relic like the Saint's Fingerbone in the relic tomb. Let me see. My collection of wondrous and holy relics like Saint's Fingerbone, the finger of St. John, and the nail of the true cross is astonishing and the envy of the world. A fitting place to keep one of his relics would be the relic tomb of the Jerusalem Cathedral. Let me see. Remember, I will not be able to get it back, but it's for piety. But the nail of the true cross gives me, diplomacy, right? Yes, I need that. Finger of St. John can't live without it. Or I could say, nah, maybe that's not such a good idea. Maybe one day we'll find another great old artifact. I'll not consider this important anymore. Find a good old artifact. Oof, that will definitely, you know, like, I don't know, Bones of St. Peter or something. Think about that. Remember, whatever Bulgaria is up to, we will intervene. If it's a holy war against one of these nomadic realms, we'll try to be there as fast as we can. Never do that to your council. Right, now, how much money would it cost me if I were to start a border dispute war against Anatolia? I mean, they're real strong, but we are stronger. And our retinue is almost full, which again, now we're at a point where the retinue should not go with their own armies, with the levies. They should operate on their own, like under their own command or something. Send them to wherever it's needed the most. Whether it's Bulgaria, Tau, or Sogdiana. Claim Heraclea. I could take that, but that's over there, held by the Sogdian Buddhists. And yet, if she were to die, then my son runs this area. Oddly enough. No, anyways. Oh, she's too old, so can't help her push that claim. Has to be a border dispute war then. Try for Jaffa once again. There's no diseases as of this moment, right? No, we'll be alright. Because we usually have bad luck with diseases. You know how it is. It costs me a lot of money in piety, but it'll do. Don't call Sogdiana over here. We know our mission. And I don't know if it's smart to be leading troops like this. Knowing that I'm an old man who's missing an eye and has scars of battle. I was about to say, why does it include the two counties? Who knows? Remember, once we gather everybody here, we split into two armies. But she is Orthodox again, even though the moral authority is much lower, and I wish nothing but the best for the Policians. Hopefully they'll fight holy wars against Anatolia one day, and I would most definitely support them. I was about to say, yeah, I guess you're not interested in me anymore. Not regarding age, it's just you're lazy, that's all. But with that kind of skill, at least you're doing something. Tell you what, have a private conversation. Well, just to make it like a bit more, have some wine, and let's have a talk. The Emperor is dead. No. It's, Zhengzong. Like his predecessors, known to believe in open China, takes special interest in concubines, but frowns on African cultures. Do you now? Golden Age is still ongoing. But I have no concubines to send because I got no daughters nor sisters, so sorry, it won't happen in this reign. Empress Parishan of Assyria has accepted my invitation to meet in the secluded groves in a fortified garden of Baghdad. After some time talking, just do it. She returned my kiss and more. When will I see you again? Oh yes, because we were partying. The woman chuckled, said that this was fun, but this was all it was. Wait, that's it? But, you know, she's attracted to me, but we didn't become lovers. Like it's happened a few times. Split up. We're to do the same, procedure. One goes down there, and the other this way to block their path. And the other remaining troops should back them up. Yike. That's what you up to? Sogdian Liberation of Syr Darya. Of Syr Darya. Are you sure you don't need my help? Because he'll say yes to it. Also, liberate this area. It's not part of Sogdiana. No. You just want this area here liberated. Because that part of it is nomadic, but it has a tribal holding and a baron holding. So if Sogdiana takes that, then they got their northern flank covered, and it can't be fallen back to nomadic lifestyle in this county. So I guess we're going to be fighting a two-front war, just like with Bulgaria and Daylam. Now let's have another one. But now this one is, we're going to fight on the western front, closer to home, and the eastern front will be from afar. And it's started just recently, as he's still gathering troops. You know what, just in case, we will send you some money your way for you to hire some mercenaries, get you up to 1,000. And also, don't forget to send a honor guard. You know, it's always considered as backup. There, now you're ready to go. And they're ready to go, they're full. But consider I mean, again, you'll be traveling from there. At least the path won't take as long as Bukhara, like, Bukhara. No. Bukhara's the name of the country. Kultau is the name you're thinking of the old Sogdian, which this one's going to be a little closer. So you're going to be traveling through there. There. Oh, you'll be fine. You will definitely be alright. As far as long distance travel is concerned. But once you're in Sogdiana, you will be well supplied and you will back them up against... How many are there? Oh, well, definitely, we can definitely take them on. They got these nomadic vassals and they have a couple of non-aggression pacts. They won't send that many. So, yeah. Oh, and don't forget. We'll be bringing these bunch of jokers. The reason I say it is because line infantry, they're not that good. I mean, look at them, what happened in Crimea. They got mauled. But they're backup. We're the best ones that we're going to send to Sogdiana our way. But all help is appreciated, he says. It's a liberation war. And we hope he hires mercenaries to take him on. And if not, then oh well, it's gonna, at least they'll keep him going and maybe build some more holdings. Because in his county, he doesn't have much, so you could say we'll send him money every once in a while to help him build his nation. And then we'll put our focus on the Anatolian front first. Actually, I've changed my mind. They will still, we'll still continue to go down there. You may want to go over there instead. And the reason for that is just, you know, should they come, then we'll let them come over here and then we'll meet them in battle in our own land. Don't do it at their territory. Not because I don't know where they are. That's because they got this many. Plus mercenaries. Well, they sort of crossed Anatolia, helping their tributary state, losing a bit of Sicily. They say it's a religious liberation war. Is it because they're Levant? Mafi is Miavazite. Are there Miavazites? Yes, that county. Well, they're Orthodox, but I mean, there's that. And also their last remaining Hellenic pagan vassal living there. And meanwhile, you know, I'm kind of anxious waiting for the Paulicians to, well, gain enough strength. Maybe once we beat the heck out of Anatolia, hopefully Crete will declare a holy war against them somewhere. Most likely up there, as far as, you know, neighboring territories is concerned. And we will most definitely help them out. Because I would love to cost Anatolia of their European holdings. And I'm sure these Lollards and these other Nestorians hopefully stake their claim, since there are parts of Bulgaria that they kind of want to take back. And of course, never ends. A forever war for them. Well, meanwhile, our troops will now march to Sogdiana. That reminds me, how much forever do I have? I need some new commanders, some holy commanders, because everybody's getting old, so. Artemai. Righteously. Yeah. He'll do. Who else you got? Again, I want to hire 3 more. Hanina. Perfect, later. Ah, we can definitely send you to the Sogdian front. Who else? Bar Abba. Oh yes, definitely to the Sogdian front, because you get these troops moving fast in case if that supply limit, you know, gets the best of them. All right, now one more. That they are. Not alright, now we know who's who. Put the organizer guy in first, as in, he will lead ahead. You guys are going to be the aggressors. Yeah, I noticed you're up in the front, but oddly, you guys don't have a center. Again, we'll figure out the distribution of other commanders, especially on our end. While they will go, while the heavy infantry retinue will go ahead of the cavalry. You know, Assyrian warriors to the front. Assyrian warriors lead the way. As farmers prepare for sowing their spring crops, my court chamber suggests that you bring out the holy relic in procession and bless the fields. Surely this will increase the likelihood of a bountiful harvest this year. Yes, it will bless the land and pacify the peasants. But the question is, which holy relic? We got plenty of them. Which ones are you talking about? Where's their command? Chaldaya. Isaac. Oh. Listen. No matter what, I'm gonna give you a warning. Now that you're Levantine and this guy's learning, hopefully you'll get much better results. Even if you get a tier 2, I will accept the results. You are going to be one for learning, because I imagine you being a member of the Hermetic Society in the future. Good on you. Hired mercenaries just as I've wished. And now they're going to take them on over there. I told you. It's the reason why I had to get them to get these troops moving fast. Because of the base out of supply. Because they're going through, you know, basically a foreign country, which is an enemy that we're up against. By the time we get there, we should have enough troops to deal with them as we back the Sogdians up. The local Saint Ezekiel was an inspiration in many ways, and I wish I could live up to him. Lately I've visited his tomb a lot, and listened to the tales of his miracles throughout his life. Look, I would love to have another child with my Kurdish wife, but she likes me well enough, despite the fact that I'm missing an eye. I can only wish to be like him, that's all I gotta say. Don't want to become chaste here. What on earth is this? Holy War for Khorasan. I was about to say, these guys, the Selbukid Sultanate's involved. I mean, yeah, he's busy with this one holy war, but, wait a minute. Holy war. But you're both Zoroastrian. Farzadid. That's, them. And he declared a holy war against the... Oh... demon worshipper. That's why they call him the monster. They're fighting a holy war against him because he's doing things for Ahriman, or Angermainu, if you will, for these evil god names of Zoroastrianism. Right. I told you they were a bad bunch, ever since the pagan days. This guy turned to, occultism. Yep, definitely intervening to fight against that Ahriman worshipper. And these guys here, oh, he's just a vassal. That spawned troops from long ago. I thought about, hey, should we kill him first? No, it's too late. We'll go into friendly territory soon. Plus, they're not going to move their troops anytime soon, so we'll ignore them. Here we go, that's a good view. Haha! Alright. The line is secure. Doesn't matter if it's a daughter or a son. Because we don't want, well, I mean, yeah, there's his nephew who's a foreigner, but, what I mean is, somewhere down the line is my Sogdian niece. So we're far from it now. Yeah, you Babylonians got a lot of catching up to do. Alright, they're going to besiege this area. And they've hired some mercenaries since they got a lot of money, and they will definitely maintain that. 3,000 of them, and plus them more. Quit whining about your broken finger. We're coming to help you. Spy Master of the Order. Sure, I approve if you want heretics in the Order. Ugly guy. Now I know. Now we can have Imperial administration. This system of administration is similar to that of the Roman Empire, with a hierarchy of magistrates and functionaries running daily business in the name of the emperor. It allows for a power structure that hands less power to permanently landed vassals. So that means we increase the vassal limit even more. That can make this empire larger if we need to, such as the expansion of Egypt. But it will hurt the vassal opinion even more. So there. If I wanted it to, I could tell these vassals to stop fighting each other, as well as others fighting on wars outside of our borders. So now Assyria is referred to as the hereditary absolute imperial autocracy. In other words, a dictatorship in modern terms. Okay, to the front. In case these guys get themselves into trouble, we'll be there. We've got some catching up to do. Unfortunate of these men. Score 1 for Sogdiana. Box of jewelry. Gonna have to set up in the Trade League eventually. Also, hymns. Romanos the Methodist. Here it is. Saint Romanos the Methodist wrote more than 1,000 hymns celebrating the various festivals of the Apostolical Year, the lives of saints and other sacred subjects. A learning book. Heck, when he becomes emperor, we gotta put more emphasis on putting learning books here, if we got some. Again, you're gonna be one for learning, no matter what. And why I would want to intimidate my boy. There's the enemy. We'll fight against them there. Sogdians will do the sieging. We'll fight them in Sogdiana's backyard. Where are these Anatolians? Put them here. Not there yet. And there's the Mali, the African armies. And it looks like they're on a bit of a retreat here. Matter of fact, they're getting on their ships. Still a stalemate. Actually, get back over here. At the Samarkand, there's no room for all of us. Look at us surrounded. You got plenty more holdings to go. So let's just put a focus on here for a while. There's room for all of us, so we'll hit them. It's Plains territory, but at least the winter is starting to go away a bit. It'll be spring by then. Here comes some more. Hold your ground. Another son. Good on. Narsai. Oh, here comes some more. It's the rest of their clan armies. So I was about to say, you Sogdians may want to come back home, defend your homeland. There's the Anatolians. There's contact. Unless we may have to win this war before we even swing the first sword at them. Kotal. Wait 1 week. They've stopped. And also the Anatolians are surrendering. So we're taking this county without a fight. Now we basically just split them in half, but I don't think it really matters. It just may look odd to some people. 4th of May. Alright. I guess they're waiting for their guys to come and then they'll group up and head to Kotal. So yeah, it's the first time that we won a war against the Anatolians without a fight. But here in Sogdiana, fighting there will be, and it already has been. Comes the Sogdian armies. They're gonna go back. Okay, reposition troops here. The cavalry here. And the guard and retinue will be at Samarkand. Maybe they're gonna go the other way. Unless we put them here and... Well, it's most likely they're gonna go up and retake those counties. I don't know who she is, but much appreciated. Pomerania is now Catholic, with thanks to the Empress of Britannia. Keep it up. Yeah, let's screw it, head up to this area. Yes, it's kind of far from our comfort zone, but we gotta beat their big army. And you will follow. Find their horde and destroy. Look, battle's about to begin on the 9th, and you Sogdians are about to leave us. But backup will be coming, so... Do I want to be in the front lines? It'll help motivate the troops. Matter of fact, I think I just might, but I got a motivator. Just hang on. Alright, do put me on the front. I know you're the one that got this troop moving fast, and I thank you for that. But now I must inspire the men. I mean, yes, we're in the steppe, which of course never thought I would see this type of land again. I may not have the best combat skill, but I'm more than willing to beat the heck out of these troops. So let's hold a memorial, man, to pray for fallen soldiers, which will up the morale of the armies more. And in addition, what else? I just thought of something else. I was about to say, I don't know about that, you know, getting in shape for better combat skill. My companions train every day to stay in shape and be ready for battle at a moment's notice. So I decided it's time for a small training session in order to burn some extra fat I'm carrying around. Ah, dang it. Oh no, I'm in perfect shape. It's just I'm burning fat, but I'm in good shape and in good health, obviously. Oh, don't worry. Don't you worry. And you got the old battle axe of King Ashur equipped for this heavy infantry, as we will have to wait for reinforcements, which, matter of fact, he needs to get these horses moving. Well, they can go behind. Alright, which one of you is good with the defense? Bartimai, you're up. Yeah, bring in defensive guys, so we're just being a bit strategic here. Even though they are coming down within a week with all their might, unless these guys can get here fast enough where we can put a stop to their movement here. Nope, they are definitely coming. Battle starts on the 9th of September. They'll be here on the 14th, so we'll be fine. We're just gonna beat the heck out of these guys. Remember, we have infantry, so the skirmish phase is gonna hurt us a bit until we hit melee. And here comes the cavalry. This story. Sogdians are coming to back us up. Now we're even. And here comes the Guardian Regiment, the Babylonian Honor Guard. Sogdian shot. Ooh. Alright, this was the critical battle, the Battle of Taraz. So, yeah, we need to get the heck out of here. It's about to be winter, you know. I mean, as I said, it's already over. We can disband the Guardian Retinue. Because you're going to be taking up supplies. While, well, we can send the organizers to get them moving. Off you go. Return home. You've done well. Sogdian Liberation of Syr Darya. Congratulations, Wonkaway. Oh yeah, will you drink? Only. You have in your possession a box of insets that I would like to purchase. Would you be interested in selling to me? You remember the trade league? Yeah. Well, there's been a caravan blockade on your end. It's a deal. And I would get a lot of gold for this business transaction between me and the member of the trade league. These guys have to come back and attack this. People are flocking to Nineveh. They should know by my name. By constructing a great monument there, I can be assured that everyone will know who to credit. Well, I guess I am great. This does not mean we built a great work. It's just a province modifier. It is the year 950, and you may have noticed that the portrait's changed. It's 950. Clothes from all over the world have changed. Oh, here's a new robe and a new crown. And look at my Kurdish wife with the position of Empress, the way she dresses. So everyone's got new clothes now. Theirs remain the same. Oddly enough, you're married to a Korok. Yeah, they were able to get rid of that Ahriman worshipper out of there. So as soon as our troops are back home, then we will end this episode. Whoa there! About to pass through a peasant revolt. Yeah, it's already done, okay. So now that everybody's home, we can end this episode now. And for our next episode, we will look forward to see our son Isaac to reach adulthood. Assumingly, this emperor, Joseph the Just, stays alive for just a few more years. At least try to be in his 60s. And a chant philosophy spread in this patrician of one of the members of the most serene Republic of Sicily. That's a bit of a mouthful. And I'm sure the next episode we may have to help these Zoroastrians out again. Or help out the Fordozid Satrapi, if you want to be more correct. Yeah, just put him in a dungeon. And we will stop now. Alright. So, and of course, this war that'll never ever end. Because it's been going on since 934, I believe. And here, it's 950. There's a new era with new fashion. And yet this war remains the same for them. And that is just, well, it's a wonder how they live. Wonder what our kings look like. Oh yeah, they wear this crown now. Hey, don't forget Arabia. Yeah, all that and more. The police haven't made a move yet. Yep, there will be plenty of more things to come on this next episode. I mean, again, previously, prior to this, it was in a down period. Now, it looks like things will be most definitely looking up. Because we will soon reach an era of enlightenment under Isaac, who is 14 now. He's got pretty good knowledge, as far as him being a genius is concerned. But we hope that when he grows up, we'll send him to the Imperial Academy in China, and hopefully he'll be a polymath and get all the good traits in order to set him up to be a member of the Hermetic Society. But until then, so long for now.